it doesn't, I guess I'll try something else. Um, really, today I want to speak of Revelation and the trumpets. Actually, um, I've been going through and studying some stuff, and I found some curious things. Um, Chernobyl is number one. Chernobyl, in Russian means wormwood. So people are like, oh well, that was a star, that kind of thing, you know. Well, okay, we could look at it like that, sure. But I'm not going to, because I don't think that that's what it was. I believe that we are at like six trumpet right now, so that had to have passed, and um, so Chernobyl wormwood happened on April 26, 1986. Affected reactors 3 and 4. Um, Now, if you look, for you people that believe the star has to be part of the prophecy, I guess a little part that you're gonna forget because of the, I guess, destruction and chaos of the event we're talking about, was that Haley's comet was happening at that time. Um, yes, I know people are thinking, oh my God, he's right. That was going on. Um, yes, I believe that we all could decipher things differently in the Bible, and what's harsh is when a person would speak Aramaic, and then a person of the Greek would come along and say, well, this is what we believe it meant, and so on and so on. So I understand, but I'm not saying that they're right or wrong. And being that we're not allowed to see these books, we should open our minds to the thinking of the possibilities of, well, like I'm showing you. Another thing would be the fourth trumpet. Here's the breastplates of iron. They will come out of the bottomless pit like locusts, with the faces of men. Um, it's funny, I've always heard that said, I always thought of the Gulf War. You know, I thought of the smoke coming out of the earth, um, the bottomless pit. I believe that maybe the oil is what keeps the bottomless pit going, guys. It's the devil. We use it every day in our normal lives, but we don't look at the damage it does to our Mother Earth. Um, so when you look and think about what's saying there, cast out the bottomless pit like locusts, with breastplates of iron, bulletproof vests, um, and faces of men. Obviously, he wouldn't have known what these helmets and the shovel on the back like a locust, with the biological chemical masks. Yeah, I think that's what he was seeing, and I could be wrong. I'm not, but we need to start opening our minds to the different thought process of what's going on here. Um, and if we are wrong and there is huge locusts that come out of the sky, we're doomed anyway. So I'll keep going. Here's a verse here. They will have a king over them in a name that means the destroyer. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Saddam Hussein, when his mother was in birth, she was going through hell. She was sick. She may have even died had she not going to this. She went to a Jewish community, and in this Jewish community, these doctors helped her out. And when they did this, when he was born, eventually he was born. Um, they said, "Well, what are you going to name him?" And she said, "I'm going to name him Saddam Hussein." And they said, "You know what that means, right?" And she said, "Yes, it means destroyer." Um, they looked at her, I'm sure, like, why would you name your son, the destroyer? And I'm guessing, like, the female parts, I'm guessing, were destroyed in the process of him being born, but the destruction that he started. And there's a passage in one of his own books where he perceives himself to be, I believe it was Nebuchadnezzar, and he believed that he was chosen to bring in the fall of Babylon, and the holy war, blood of the vine, as he said. Um, with that, Isaiah said, "What you want them to hear, they hear not. What you want them to see, they will see not." People, it seems to me, they don't want to hear. They don't want to see. They go about their lives and they have their phones. They have their own news. Um, if a person's watching CNN, they don't want to see what's on Fox. And a person's watching Fox, they don't want to see what's on CNN. My whole entire life, I've tried to balance things out to get truth. And that's, I guess, is why I am the way that I am. And yeah, Fox, CNN, RT, Al Jazeera, BBC. It's almost like an addiction, someone would say. But truth is harsh, and sometimes we need to, see the truth. My dad's a very devout Republican, um, but he could not see, that Mitt Romney was not a Republican, to me anyway. And John McCain definitely was not a Republican as I wanted to see. I believed that he had chosen his fate when he didn't choose what's his name, the Mark or Lieberman, the Libertarian, because the nation was going away, and he would have lost anyway. Obama had the wave, and that's that. But people hear what they want to hear and they see what they want to see, and all else just, and it doesn't matter to them. So it's sad, but it's the truth. So, getting back, in the Bible, it speaks of these four angels that come out of the Euphrates River. Now, if you look at the Euphrates River, you have Turkey, you have Syria, you have Iraq, and Iran, where it flows through, and then it dumps into the Persian Gulf. And if you look at it, that probably is where the end times will come in. In my belief, I believe that one of our ships probably will be attacked by Iran. Maybe soon, maybe in the next couple of years, maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a couple months, but maybe in a week from now. I don't know that part, and God doesn't want us to know that part, and I'm not going to, stretch to think that I know. But what I do know is these angels that are then released to the four corners of the earth. Maybe it's the four beliefs of the earth. Maybe you got China. You have the West. You have the Middle East, and you have perceivably you have what's it called, the Indian faith. I don't know what to call that right now. So if that was a thing, Kali, you would have Kali. You would have an angel of Judea. I guess Gabriel is usually. Then you would have the Messiah, and you would have what's his name? Muhammad. And we're only saying that because these are the four. I don't even want to call them the four horsemen, because that's a separate thing altogether. They are the four beings around that everybody connects to in religion. Again, yeah, I think that something will happen. Something will happen here. So it says in the Bible that 1 in 3 men. I'm trying to give you the number that actually it says that what is it? Only a third of civilization will survive. That's 1 in 3 of humanity that would actually survive this great war, the conquerors. And if you look at it, a lot has happened. You see the Red Horse, the Conqueror. That was World War I, no doubt. That's even like trivial to even get into. You go into the Green Horse. Obviously, cancers and plagues and everything else. That's no doubt what that was. So we're at the pale horse. Scales and judgment. Yeah, that's World War II. The way that the world was cut up was judgment, a judgment in the form of what we have today, which is a very broken system. Um, yeah. Um, so a lot of people don't know this. So in I guess it's Revelation 5 and 6. It speaks of it'll be dark for a certain amount of days. Um, and I'm not going to go in here and look it up, but it speaks about how we won't be able to see the sun. Now a lot of people don't know this, but in Kuwait, 700 oil fields were set ablaze. Um, yeah, number one, it sounds like the fires of hell to me. And these are very hot, very intense fires that the Americans had to go there and get under control. Um, this poison came from the depths of hell underneath of the earth, which is hell in the you know in the form of the definition. These are the richest oil wells in the world, by the way. In the Bible, it says, "He'll turn day into darkness by way of the pit." The people of Kuwait saw no sun for 3 months. So, come on, guys. I mean, we don't really even have to argue that. Um, and no, maybe it wasn't the entire Earth that was darkened, and maybe that still may happen. I'm not saying this. No, I'm not saying that our sun can be taken away from us, because it very well could. But what I am saying is that when we're discussing Revelation, we need to discuss what's in front of us and the proofs that we have. Um, what's about to happen in the next couple of years is we're here. We're in it. We are currently. I believe that we are currently in judgment. Oh, we didn't get raptured. There's no defined definition for rapture. I hate to say that. I hate when you know nobody can show me in the Bible where that's a defined definition. We have a definition, as in people have made up a definition for it, floating into the sky or the clouds. Um, but that is a man-made definition. That is not the definition by God which we were given this word. So I don't know what that even could mean. And hopefully, some people do get to fly into the cloud. I don't think that I will. Um, I haven't been a saint, so I will do what I can, right by God. But I will not pretend to be a this perfect person, which I'm not. Um, so the last war, um, it's supposed to be fast, and to me that sounds like a nuclear war. We send our nukes, China sends their nukes. Um, somebody thinks they're being backstabbed, so Russia gets involved. Russia sends their nukes, um, and the next thing you know, the entire world is engulfed in flames, and maybe we can create another sun by how much nuclear devastation that we create. Maybe we should cease to exist. Maybe I hate to say this. Maybe I'm not gonna say that. I don't believe that Lucifer was right now, but Lucifer had a point in us being a being that was unstable, and that's not our fault. We were deceived by Satan, who I believe is different than Lucifer. Um, and when that happened, we became different than we were supposed to be. Um, that's just the way it is. We were workers. We were not supposed to be these these beings who are self-sufficient and go off on their own and create on their own. We were not supposed to be that, but we became that after we ate the apple. And maybe this is it. This is judgment for us, And I hope I hope this helps. Some people understand a little bit of Revelation. If you have any questions, of course, always ask. Please always subscribe. Um, you know, if you like it or don't, I never ask anyone to hit the like button, because that's kind of trivial to me. But people are saying, oh, you need to have the likes to. If you want to, cool. If you don't, fine. I don't. I just I want y'all to. We need to talk about this. And if you're able to, I'm here. And if you're not, it's okay. Um, it's just the way that it is. So I hope to see some comments. And if I don't, it's okay too. I love you guys. Be careful. Be safe. And we'll talk again soon.